Hey, thanks so much for the question about what were you doing at 2018 US Open when you saw me. So this is a question from someone I caught up with at the US Open in 2018. I was going back. This is the pass actually from that specific US Open. So I've been involved with the USTA for many years, and I'm always at the US Open, and I have a couple different roles, and it depends on the year as to what I'm doing and which players I'm working with. But specifically that year, I spent the majority of the time with Francis Tiafo, Riley Opelka. Those were the two guys that I was spending most of the time with at that period. Francis, I was traveling around for quite a few weeks that year. Robbie Ginepri was his coach at the time, and I was, supporting Robbie and working as part of the team. Did about 8 weeks with Francis that year at a few different events around the world, and a lot of the purpose there was really trying to transition from the junior game to the pro game, and he did a great job. He went from about 140 or so to top 50 that year and was progressing on a really good path. Riley Opelka, was trying to develop again from that junior player to the pros, and he's been working with Jay Berger for a number of years, which Jay's worked with him on and off for since Riley was about 13. So they have a great relationship, and just supporting that situation as best as I can, helping from a technical perspective, working on fitness, working on programming, periodization, planning, all the sports science areas that go along with coaching. So that's what I was doing at the 2018 US Open. Also spent a lot of time on the USTA Sports Science Committee, so we meet at the US Open. Also volunteered quite a bit with USTA National on various committees, and support a lot of their annual meeting requirements. So there's a lot going on for me normally at the US Open. So if you're at the US Open this year or in years following, I'd love to reach out and please, say hello.